So today we're going to talk about one of the I'm so excited for this fight. I'll tell you that. I'm so excited for this fight. We're going to throw two of the most powerful characters in comics head to head. Hulk versus Flash. So let's just dive right on in because I cannot wait to get started. So after being bombarded with a massive dose of gamma radiation while saving a young man's life during the testing of an experimental bomb, Dr. Robert Bruce Banner was transformed into the Incredible Hulk, a green behemoth who is the living personification of rage and pure physical strength. He's physically the strongest hero in the entire Marvel Universe, and his limitless strength is dependent on his emotions, especially his rage. Some of Hulk's strongest feats have been catching and supporting a 150 billion ton mountain range, fighting against two whole Avenger teams by himself, overpowering Thor on several different occasions, destroying an asteroid that's twice the size of Earth with a single blow, crushing adamantium with his bare hands, holding a planet together by grasping onto two tectonic plates, destroying planets in the dark dimension, destroying Nightmare's realm, and almost destroying the entire East Coast with just a step. Man, he's so powerful. However, while Hulk does have limitless potential strength, Bruce Banner is constantly suppressing Hulk out of fear of harming others, especially people that he holds dear. Hulk also has a limited degree of superhuman speed, which you might not suspect given his immense size. While he's nowhere near as fast as the Flash, he can punch at speeds far exceeding the speed of sound. He can also run at speeds of about 300 miles per hour and jump so high that he goes into orbit. Now, Hulk's skin is extremely durable, and he can easily resist a ground zero explosion. Human Torch's Nova Blast, which can get as hot as the sun, planet-shattering impacts, and even punches from Zeus and Blast from Galactus. Along with his extreme durability, Hulk also has an incredibly accelerated healing factor. He's able to instantly renew and augment the atomic molecular structure of the most basic biological component, DNA, from which all cells, muscles, and tissues are formed. He's been able to regrow all of his skin, muscles, tissues, and organs in seconds, and his healing factor is even superior to Wolverine and Deadpool. Hulk is also capable of adapting to any environment that he finds himself in, even surviving underwater or in outer space. His physiology also allows him to go indefinitely without food, water, or air, and he can battle for days before fatigue even begins to set in. Finally, Hulk has also demonstrated the ability to emit omnidirectional blasts of gamma radiation, which tend to have hugely destructive effects. And in the other corner, we have the Flash. When Barry Allen was a kid, his mother Nora was murdered, and his father Henry was blamed for the act. Wanting to clear his father's name and find the real killer, Barry became a forensic scientist. After being dosed in chemicals and struck by lightning, Barry was granted the gift of super speed. Now he protects his hometown of Central City as the Flash, the fastest man alive and founding member of the Justice League. Barry's primary power is his super speed, which he gets from tapping into the Speed Force. When Barry runs, he actually generates the Speed Force, so it's kind of like he's the engine. Barry usually likes to keep his running below subsonic speeds in order to limit the destruction that he might cause to other people or surrounding structures. He's also capable of running across water or up the side of buildings, and he can also use his super speed to rebuild damage that he's caused or take apart objects in midair. Even though Flash usually just runs at subsonic speeds, he's capable of going much, much faster than this, even being greatly above the speed of light. In fact, it's possible that Flash is able to go infinitely fast. Barry can control his body at the molecular level, which allows him to vibrate his body through solid objects. He's also able to vibrate so fast that he can turn invisible, and he's able to extend this ability to solid objects and phase them through other matter. Flash has reflexes and agility far beyond that of the normal human, and he's able to run for very long periods of time. Barry can create giant air vortexes, which can suffocate enemies, send an object to another dimension, or create barriers. Flash has superhuman durability to the point where he can survive faster than light punches or attacks from Darkseid. Plus, he has an accelerated healing factor. Barry has enhanced intelligence and has a sort of sense of precognition, where he can anticipate certain chain reaction events. Using this ability, he's able to calculate multiple consequences of his actions and act on it in a mere second. Barry is able to travel through time and can also travel into the Speed Force and even trap opponents in the Speed Force. Finally, he is able to deliver an infinite mass punch, which is where he runs just below the speed of light and gains the relative mass of a white dwarf star. When he delivers this punch, he's been able to knock a Martian from Mount Rushmore all the way to Africa. So who do I think wins this fight? Well, let's break it down. Now, the interesting thing about this fight is that these two are basically synonymous with their powers. When you think of super speed, you think of the Flash, and when you think of incredible strength, you think the Hulk, and vice versa. So really, what this fight comes down to is super strength versus super speed. That's the real versus match that we're trying to decide here. Now, the Hulk has a lot of clear advantages going for him in this fight. With his incredible strength, just one little punch from Hulk, and the Flash is smashed into the pavement. With Hulk's faster than sound punches, if Flash slips up for just a second or two, or makes one mistake, he's done for. And that's the truth. Hulk also has such an incredibly high level of durability, plus his healing factor, that Flash might not even be able to hurt Hulk at all. On the other hand, Flash has a lot going for him too. With his level of speed, the Hulk might not even be able to hit the Flash. Hulk is just able to move at the speed of sound, while Flash is capable of moving at faster than light speeds. Plus, Flash is able to vibrate his molecules so that Hulk's punches will just phase right through Barry. Now Flash is also able to travel through time, so it's possible that he could travel back far enough to prevent Bruce Banner from even being hit by that gamma bomb and turning into the Hulk. Or Flash could transport the Hulk into the Speed Force and leave him there, where he would be trapped forever. You see, Flash is able to travel back and forth from the Speed Force because he's connected to it, but the Hulk isn't. So the Hulk would just be trapped in there for eternity. Barry is also capable of delivering an infinite mass punch, which is like being hit by the mass of a white dwarf star. If Flash has to go at just the speed of light in order to deliver this punch, and light travels around the world 7 times a second, then Flash could deliver 7 infinite mass punches in just a second. And this might be enough to knock the Hulk out, reverting him back to Bruce Banner and giving Flash the victory. So in my opinion, since the Flash is so fast that the Hulk could never even really touch him, plus he has many more ways to defeat the Hulk, Flash wins. But what do y'all think? Sound off in the comments down below. I would love to hear your thoughts about who wins this battle. Also, if you have any ideas for future videos, sound off down there too. And finally, be sure to hit the subscribe button for more videos just like this one every single week.